What is the first pillar of Islam? Shahada. What is the minimum percentage of wealth a Muslim must give as zakat? 2.50%. During fasting, when can Muslims break their fast? At sunset. Which act is performed during Hajj to reject evil? Throwing stones at pillars. How many times a day are Muslims required to perform salah or prayer? 5. What is the reward for fasting during Ramadan? Forgiveness of past sins. What is recited during the Shahada? There is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is his messenger. What is the Arabic term for fasting during Ramadan? Saum. Which surah is recited in every unit of salah? Surah Al-Fatiha. What is the primary dress code for men during Hajj? 2 white cloths. What is the Arabic term for the declaration of faith in Islam? Shahada. What is the central theme of all the 5 pillars of Islam? Obedience and submission to Allah. How often is a Muslim required to perform Hajj if able? Once in a lifetime. During which month do Muslims fast for Ramadan? 9th month of the Islamic calendar. Which night during Ramadan is considered the night of power? Laylatul Qadr. What is the destination of the Hajj pilgrimage? Mecca. What must a pilgrim do before entering Mecca for Hajj? Enter a state of ihram. Which pillar involves contributing to social welfare? Zakat. What does Hajj remind Muslims of? The Day of Judgment. What is the significance of giving zakat? To purify wealth and help those in need. What is the act of circling the Kaaba during Hajj called? Tawaf. What is the reward for performing Hajj with sincerity? Forgiveness of all past sins. What is the Arabic term for voluntary charity beyond zakat? Sadaqah. During Hajj, pilgrims travel between which two hills? Safa and Marwa. When is the Shahada whispered into a Muslim's ear? At birth and death. What is the Arabic term for standing in prayer during the night? Qiyam. What is the name of the well near the Kaaba in Mecca? Zamzam. What is the significance of Laylatul Qadr? Worship is especially significant. Which prayer is the last of the 5 daily prayers? Isha. How many units of prayer, or rakat, are in the obligatory Dhuhr prayer? 4. Which pillar of Islam helps reduce inequality and poverty? Zakat. What is the ritual animal sacrifice during Hajj called? Qurbani. During fasting, which 2 things must Muslims abstain from? Food and drink. Who are exempted from fasting during Ramadan? Travelers and the sick. What is the Quranic term for good deeds done with sincerity? Amal Saleh. What is the Arabic term for the Friday prayer sermon? Khutbah. Which group is specifically mentioned as beneficiaries of zakat? Orphans and the poor. What is the special prayer Muslims perform during Ramadan nights? Tarawih. What does fasting help Muslims develop? Patience and self-control. What is the central message of the 5 pillars of Islam? Obedience and submission to Allah. What is whispered into a Muslim's ear at birth? Azan. How is Zakat ul-Fitr different from regular zakat? It is paid before Eid prayers during Ramadan. Why do pilgrims throw stones at pillars during Hajj? To reject evil and Satan. What is the common prayer Muslims say before starting any action? Bismillah. Why do pilgrims perform sa'i between Safa and Marwa? To mimic Hajra's search for water. How many rounds must pilgrims walk around the Kaaba during Tawaf? 7. Which direction do Muslims face during Salah? Towards the Kaaba in Mecca. What is the term for voluntary charity in Islam beyond obligatory zakat? Sadaqah. What is the name of the valley pilgrims stand in during Hajj for forgiveness? Arafat. What is the fourth pillar of Islam? Saum.